Yo gang, welcome back. Tonight we're having salmon burgers. Don't go far because I'm gonna show you how to make it. Y'all ready to eat? Good, because I'm hungry. All right, it is super simple and it's so tasty. You must try this. It's pretty much a salmon croquette style burger, but it's a salmon burger. What you're gonna need is this. You're gonna need some chives, sriracha, breadcrumbs, some butter, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, Old Bay, a half of a lemon, some seasoned salt, some olive oil, some mayonnaise, it doesn't matter what type, some Creole mustard, we found it, and about 2 pounds of fresh salmon. Yes, that's what you're gonna need. We're gonna wash this salmon up. And of course, we're going to pat it dry once we wash it. We don't want the skin. Now, it's your choice. If you want to use canned salmon, go right ahead. You don't have time to actually cook the salmon. I understand. You can go ahead and use it at the can, but fresh is always better in my opinion. So go ahead and pick up the fresh salmon. A few more minutes ain't gonna make it, or ain't gonna hurt you in all honesty. Some nice salmon fillets. Let's get this on the sheet. Rewash my hands really quick before I touch anything else. Okay, so we have our fresh salmon on a dish. Disregard the dish. We're just doing this to actually season and prepare it before we add it to the frying pan, the stove. Yes. Okay, you're gonna pat this dry. Like I said, you don't want to cook anything cold. So this has been, sitting room temperature just for a bit, so that when we add it to the heat, it's not tough. Okay, that's dry. I'm gonna take this off of here as well, because we don't need the napkin. The napkin was just to absorb some of that water. Wash my hands. Okay, now I did try to ration all of these seasonings out for you on a plate, like so. So on here we have paprika, we have seasoned salt, we have Old Bay, we have onion powder, garlic powder, and our chives. Now I'm going to season my salmon with that seasoning, but before I add those chives, the chives go after the salmon is cooked, but I just wanted to give you a quick little vision of that. So I'm just gonna put my seasonings in here. Can't say I don't be trying. Okay, now this is about a teaspoon of it. I will let you know how I feel about it once I get it started, or actually on the salmon, whether I'm going to need more or not. There's a couple pieces of chives in there, but it's okay. And by the looks of it, I can already tell you. Let me grab a glove so I can rub that in. Okay, this is a teaspoon of all of those seasonings that we just spoke about. I'm gonna pick those chives off, I don't want them to burn while we're cooking this. This salmon still has the skin on the back. It's okay. You can put it in the oven, you can fry it on the stove, you can do it however you like. But we are just gonna sear it on the stove really quick, and that shouldn't take too long. Okay, so we got our salmon all seasoned up. Let's get these couple little chives off of here because we don't want that to burn. Looks so good already. Let's get that seasoning all on there. I'm really not worried about seasoning the backside because we're not going to use the skin. I do want to get those sides like that. Okay, so half a teaspoon was enough. Let's move on. Let's get this frying pan. Rinse this out. Now in this frying pan, all you're going to need is a little bit of oil. There you go. A little bit of oil, olive oil, and about 2 tablespoons of butter. Your choice. If you want to use more, you can. Remember, in this kitchen, we play by each other's rules in this kitchen, all right? Okay. Let's just get this water out of here. I don't have time to wait for that to Okay, we have 3 tablespoons of butter cut, and we're gonna add some olive oil to our pan. Butter. We're gonna let that melt before we add our fish. Okay? So while we're waiting on that, let's just clean this up. Make some room. All right, if you clean as you go, your food will taste better. Okay, our butter is melting nicely. And we are going to add our salmon. Okay, we're going to add it skin side up first because I want the bottom, the actual side that doesn't have the skin, to cook first so that when we turn it over, we're done. You can get both of these in here. Okay, we're gonna let that go for about 6 minutes on one side, and then we'll turn it over. Let's take a look at this. All right, notice here, you can see how the top of the salmon is still quite pink and the bottom of the salmon is turning like that whitish color. That's letting me know that it's starting to cook thoroughly through the top of the salmon. Let's look at this side. This side, you can also see it going on here. See how it looks like it's done there, and like right here on the edge, it's still very pink. That's the goal. That's what we want to see. Okay. So while we're waiting for that, what we are going to use to combine this croquette style burger is breadcrumbs, salt and pepper, some sriracha, Creole mustard, and a half of a lemon. Oh, and our chives. Okay, if you look, it almost looks blackened. If you don't know what blackened salmon is, it's just like, I guess, charred? It's not burnt, it's just charred. That's your seasoning that has pretty much stuck to your fish. All right, so we're gonna let that go for about 5 minutes on the skin side, and then we'll tend to that. But while we're waiting for that, we are going to start getting our lettuce and tomatoes and onions because it's almost time. Okay, so here we have some romaine lettuce. We're gonna dry that off. Even though it says pre-washed, I really suggest that you re-wash your lettuce because, I don't know, I do it. And I'm suggesting that you do too. Now we don't want these white pieces, the pieces that's closest to the heart, we don't need that. So we're just gonna snip them off. And our tomato. Have y'all been really skeptical about the grocery in the grocery store lately? Stuff just ain't been looking too bright to me lately, and I'm not feeling that at all. If you guys are running into that same issue, let me know. Because just let me know it ain't just me. All right, so we're gonna slice up some tomato. We can keep these seeds because it's going on a sandwich. Like so. Probably can get one more out of here. Or a piece. Make that a whole. I don't like that part of it, so we're gonna get rid of that. Okay? Okay, so it's been about 4 minutes skin side down. Now, the reason why I wanted to do skin side down last is because I don't want the skin. The skin will actually stick to the pan and I can just literally lift that off. You see that? Okay, so let me get my bowl. And we are going to put this salmon right into our mixing bowl. And the skin is going to be left behind. See that? Take that out. Just push that under there gently and it'll come straight up. See that? Now, I cannot tell you, oh, try it with the skin. I've never tried it with the skin, so I'm not gonna recommend it, but I know that there's a lot of vitamins and extra goodness in salmon skin. So, I don't know how to go on a croquette, but hey, let me get all my pieces out of here. All right. Need this. I need a fork. Get 2 forks. And what we're going to do at this point is we're going to separate our salmon, make it nice and flaky. Right now it's too hot to actually deal with it with my hands. So I'm gonna use my fork to pretty much shred the salmon. 2 forks, like this. Nice and moist. Now, I did not overcook this salmon because remember we are going to refry it. I do not want it to become dry. So it's still very nice and moist. So that was about 6 minutes on one side, 3 minutes on the other side. So, what, 9 minutes? 10 minutes if you must, judging your stove. Okay. Okay, now that it is shredded, I am going to let this cool down for a second because I still will not be able to grab this because it's going to be hot and I'm going to have to mold it into patties and I won't be able to at this point. So you're going to let this cool for about 15 minutes and then you're going to add the rest of your binding agents to make your patties. Okay, so the salmon is nice and flaky, and at this point is where we're going to actually build our binding agent so that we can mold them into patties. All right, so now you are going to add some salt, some pepper. Let's make that a little finer. Gonna add a little bit of Tony's seasoning. You want to season it because you don't want it to taste, not have any flavor. We did cook it with some, but again, taste as you go. so that you're not disappointed when you're actually eating. Now, I'm gonna say about 1 tablespoon worth of sriracha, 1 tablespoon of Creole mustard. Let's shake this up a little bit, because this is quite coarse mustard. Almost has a honey mustard look to it. We are going to add 1 cup of seasoned breadcrumbs. 1 cup. And the juice of a half of lemon. But I'm gonna put my gloves on so I can squeeze that into my hand. And see if we can catch any seeds, if there's any seeds in there. This is nice. Now, I'll give y'all a little hack for a lemon. If your lemon is quite firm, just put it into the microwave for about 10-15 seconds and firmly roll it up against the counter. Shoot, they had a lot of damn seeds in there. All them seeds went in there. I gotta get them seeds out. Hold on. And we can't forget our chives. Add that in. And we are just going to mix this all up. Now you can judge based on how moist, we did get them seeds out. We're gonna judge how moist the actual salmon is and see if we're gonna have to add any more breadcrumbs. Okay, it looks like it's still kind of, I'll let you know in 1 second. Let me add just a little bit more breadcrumbs. Let me rinse these off. But I tell y'all all the time, what do I tell y'all? Taste, right? So let's taste this and be sure that it's okay. It is great. All right, we're gonna eyeball that. That was about, I don't know, a dash. Okay, incorporate it. Nicely. Okay. And we are going to make some patties. Now, treat it like hamburgers. Remember, this is already partially cooked, or it is cooked, really. So we're just frying it up to keep it uniform at this point. See? Very simple. Nice and neat little patties. You should get about 5 or 6, depending on how thick you make them. Let's put a little bit more on that. Yeah, we're gonna get about 5. What y'all think? How they look? Come on over, let's fry these up. Our pan is nice and hot. Get some olive oil. Add some of this in here. See that chef wrist? Okay, my pan is hot. I had that going while we were waiting. Just turn it up just a little bit to see how quickly we can get this done. Because I'm hungry. Y'all hungry? Me too. Okay. Gotta keep them together. Maybe we can get all 5 in here. Maybe. Maybe not. Now, they are ready, pretty much cooked. We are just browning them so that we can call it a burger? Yeah? Okay. All right, so while we're waiting on that, I am going to make an aioli sauce. All right, since we're almost ready, let's get our fixins and condiments and all that stuff going. We have some Nature's Own brooch style hamburger buns. All right, oh. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. I already turned them. But we are going to make a quick little fancy word, aioli sauce, maybe. What's aioli? Well, we're going to make a dipping, not even dipping, a sauce to put on our burger, okay? All right. So this is going to consist of some mayo. Now, if you don't like mayo, Miracle Whip, I'm not sure how it'll taste with it, or if you want Duke's, whatever. This is my preferred mayonnaise. I am going to add some sriracha. We're going to add the other half of a lemon. Man, these things are loaded with seeds. I thought I picked out all the seeds. There you go, see. Okay. There's another one. Don't worry, we'll take them out. There's another one. A half of a lemon. Okay, before we start stirring that up, let me get them out. Okay, gonna add some more mustard because why not? And we're gonna hit it with a little bit of Tony's. And just mix that all up nicely. You could use ketchup. You don't have to use ketchup. If you don't like ketchup, you can use this same recipe. And this is how that looks. After that, let's take these off of the stove and we're gonna build this burger. All right, let's get these off of here. This one having some misunderstandings. And those are our salmon burgers. I don't pay this one no mind. You ready? Yes. Turn this off. And come over here. Get a plate. Our bun. On our bun, we're going to put some of this nice sauce. It's dripping off the side. You hungry? Some lettuce. We're gonna put a tomato, a few onions, because it's what I like. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper on that. And our salmon patty. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna put some more of this sauce on here because I can. And we're gonna top this off like that. Look at that. We're gonna bring this to the middle of the plate. And get us a knife. Oh. Like so. Look at that. How good does that look? This is our salmon burger. Look at that. Let's take a bite. Look at that. Boy, oh boy, that is just an explosion of flavor. That is fantastic. If you don't believe me, try it yourself. Okay, swallow it. Go ahead and swallow it, Poppy. Yo, gang, you guys asked me for something different. I know at one point we were just doing beef. At one point we were doing pork. And 1 hour we're doing seafood. For my Yoke Gang fam that doesn't eat beef and you want to have a nice burger style meal, I highly suggest this salmon burger because it is delicious. You can add or take away whatever it is that you want. Make it your own. If you do, share your recipe with me. I would love to try it. Again, Yoke Gang, if you try it, let me know. Y'all already know. If you have not checked out www.yokegang.com, please make sure that you do check out a t-shirt or a gun bag patch. It goes a long way. Thanks again for joining me on this yummy salmon burger journey. Y'all already know I love y'all for life. Peace.